Hi, Taylor.
Welcome to Much Ado About Some Shit, where every week Raimi tries to convince me to watch absolute garbage TV by telling me everything that happens in a garbage show. It's a good system.
Yeah.
It's a perfect system. No notes. So this week we are on to
Your
season
disdain
7.
enthralls me.
We're on to season 7.
Yeah.
Vanderpump Rules.
Uh-huh.
Next week we'll be back to Claim to Fame for another few episodes. Because that's going on right now, so we kind of wait until a few episodes have gone by and then do a cluster thing so the podcast isn't 5 minutes long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's get this over with.
Do you remember anything about last season?
Oh, God. Jax got fired. I remember that.
Yeah.
Or was told to resign.
Yeah.
So
and he did so.
Couldn't collect unemployment.
Yeah. So as per usual, I get to introduce you to some new characters.
Yay!
Yeah.
So every week Raimi shows me a slideshow of humans that I get to name before she reveals their actual name. If you want to see these pictures, head to our social medias. They're on our Instagram, which is @muchadosomeshit, or watch the YouTube version of our podcast @muchadooaboutsomeshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Bring it on.
Who's this guy?
Derek.
Derek. Okay. You're wrong.
Yeah, I
This
usually am.
Yeah. This is Bo.
Bo. I mean,
Yeah.
he's wearing a bow tie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Any ideas how he might be involved?
Dating somebody.
Yeah.
Don't remember who's single.
Last season, Stassi had a boyfriend named Patrick.
Right. Did they break up?
They broke up.
Yay.
Yeah.
This guy looks much less creepy
Yes.
than Patrick did.
And less condescending.
Also
For
that.
sure.
And less sweaty.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, so this
Not
is
that
Bo.
being sweaty is a character flaw. Just,
No.
Well, if you're an asshole and you're sweaty, it's not a good time.
Often in Vanderpump Rules, sweaty means you're on coke.
Oh, yeah. I guess that does make sense. Cocaine is a large part of this show. Goodbye to any potential monetization on YouTube. Don't do cocaine.
No, don't.
Okay,
Don't
there we
do
go.
it.
Disclaimer achieved.
Yeah. So this is Stassi's new boyfriend, Bo. They've been together for like 6 months-ish.
Okay.
Yeah. Who do you think this guy is?
Ugh, I don't like the way he's looking at me. Chad.
No. That would be a good...
I've named several of them
You
Chad.
have named several of them.
I
Chad.
regret nothing.
Fair.
Someday I'll be right.
Someday. But it is not this day.
You're right. Okay, who is he?
Okay. His name is Adam.
Oh.
And I was looking at this slide the other day, and his name is on there.
Oh.
And I was too lazy to edit it out. I was like, fuck it. I don't care.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
I figured you wouldn't notice.
I did not notice, and I also just kind of assumed that was a, photography watermark.
Yeah, totally.
Not his actual name.
Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is Adam. How do you think he's involved?
New asshole at the restaurant?
Basically.
Okay.
So he is, last season, Sheena introduced Adam to Brittany to show Brittany that there's other men out there.
This was the guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the new Sir Barback.
Okay.
However, Sheena and him are best friends this season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheena needs more support, so sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Her and Rob broke up, too. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Sheena.
So we don't care about Rob anymore.
Okay, fuck Rob.
Yeah. Okay, so my next slide. Do you know how we've been talking about Lala Kent's boyfriend for like 2 seasons?
Yeah, her man.
Yeah.
That's all we call him. Yeah.
So because his divorce got finalized, we get to see who Lala's man is.
Oh. Drum roll.
So-
We don't have a drum roll button, do we?
I don't think we do. Wait.
I think it should be illegal for a man and a woman to kiss.
I love this soundboard. Okay.
Right? So, Lala's man is this guy.
All right.
Thoughts, opinions.
They look like a bit of an odd couple.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, he looks a little, like, Do you know who Big Ed is? 90 Day Fiancé?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that, like the random entitled guy who is just kind of gross.
melting.
Yeah, he looks like Big Ed.
And into way younger girls.
Yeah, and just kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I saw his face and I was like, that reminds me of that guy.
Yep.
I've seen memes of online. I don't know what his name is. John.
John is so generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fair.
Uh-huh.
Like everybody else in this universe, he gets a weird name.
Okay.
So this is Randall Emmett.
Okay. Randall. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call him Rand a lot.
Brand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with, like, age gaps
No.
necessarily, but
There's something wrong with Big Ed.
there's something wrong with Big Ed. There's also, I mean, I was in a relationship with a man who turned out to be 15 years older than me.
Right, because he lied.
Yeah, because he lied about his age.
Uh-huh.
Told me he was 31 and he was 34.
Like,
Yeah, that was just, like, not a healthy situation. And it scares me when women get into relationships with much older men like that because...
right. Well, you had a bad experience.
Yes.
Yeah. And, like, I try not to... it kind of depends on the age of the younger person,
Yeah.
I think. Because there are a lot of age gaps in my family and things, and they've all been fine. It's just, if the younger person's like, Lala is 22, okay.
And I feel like maybe 22, like 32
Sure.
isn't too bad.
Yeah.
But this is like a 15-year plus.
And that's really tough when the younger person is in their early 20s because we've said it before, or I have anyway on this podcast, your brain isn't finished developing yet.
Yeah.
Like, you can be mature as all hell and have it together, but you're still cooking.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you're going to change a lot
Yeah.
in your 20s. Who you are in your early 20s versus who you are in your late 20s are two very different people. In some cases, it can work out, obviously, if you happen to grow in the same directions. But
It's difficult. You're in different places.
and when you're still in a point in your life where you're changing so much, being with somebody that much older probably isn't gonna go great.
yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Lala and not Big Ed.
Yep.
All right.
So we're going to switch gears a teeny bit here. This is the season that Tom Tom opens. So I figured I'd show
hey.
you a couple pictures.
Tom
of
Tom.
that. This is a photo that's hanging up in Tom Tom of the Toms kissing.
It's the most uncomfortable man kiss.
Yeah.
For an instant when it came up, I was like, oh, gay picture, yay. And then it was like, oh, they don't look like they want to be kissed.
I feel like
It's just like they mushed their faces together.
yeah. I feel like Tom Sandoval is a little more into it than Schwartz is.
Yeah, Schwartz looks like he just like puckered up and shut his eyes.
Oh, basically, yeah. Okay, so this is our whole cast.
All right.
Before we jump into even preseason, I have to tell you a fun fact.
Oh, God. Okay.
We have like a 6 degrees of separation
Oh,
from Tom Sandoval.
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tom Sandoval was in this movie called The Pit and the Pendulum.
Okay.
He co-starred with Greg Sestero.
What?
Yeah.
Greg Sestero of The Room
Yeah.
fame.
Yeah.
Greg Sestero, who we met at a screening of The Room.
Yeah. You have a shirt signed by him?
I do. And it says,
You bought me a book signed by him?
I did, yeah. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, God.
I
Are we
had
going to
to
talk about The Room on this show someday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be...
Maybe that could be a fun live stream for us to do.
yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put it up on Instagram and see if you guys are interested, because that could be
Yeah.
an event.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
Well, shit. Okay.
So that's fun. Okay. So now I get to get into some preseason things, which is going to be a little bit of a downer, a little bit of a trigger warning for some deaths. So we have 3 people lose family members in the cast
Okay.
before we even start the season.
Gotcha.
Lisa's brother passes away. Jax's father passes away,
Mm-hmm.
and Lala's father passes away.
That's tough.
Yeah. So that will kind of inform some things that happen this season.
Yep. So Jax and Lala are already people who aren't great at decision making.
Yeah.
And as somebody who has lost a parent, that doesn't get better
No.
when you're grieving a parent.
Yeah.
Your brain, you think you're fine, but your brain is working at like 25% capacity because all your bandwidth is taken up in the background processing the loss.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Let's see what they do.
Once this happens for Jax,
Mm-hmm.
Brittany kind of comes back to him and like takes care of funeral arrangements and like
She's too good.
takes care of him. Yeah.
She's too nice.
Yeah. This makes Jax decide that he wants to propose to Brittany.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa there.
Yeah.
What did I just say?
Yep.
Oh God, Brittany, don't say yes.
Duh, she says yes.
No.
Remember how last season and the whole season was basically Jax was caught on audio fucking another girl saying he's never going to get married,
Yeah.
period?
Correct.
Oh, no. Tom, oh, wow, I put the wrong Tom down. Tom Sandoval is worried about this proposal because he thinks it's in, response.
He thinks it is how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in response to his father passing.
It's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't make any major life decisions when you're grieving.
No.
Just PSA.
Yeah.
People told me this. They were correct.
Yeah.
Don't make any major life decisions when you're grieving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eventually, you'll come back to yourself and you'll see what you have done.
Yeah. So Sandoval is kind of obviously worried, but Jax is like, you're supposed to be my best man. You're supposed to support me. And Sandoval is like, okay, yeah, I'll support you.
Uh-huh. Great.
Yeah. So now we're going to jump over to Pride.
Okay.
So at Pride, James is DJing.
Mm-hmm.
And Kristen brings one of James's alleged mistresses into Sir.
She really likes bringing
Yeah.
James's mistresses around.
Oh, yeah.
That's like her favorite activity.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She's done this so many times.
Oh, yeah. This kind of upsets Raquel, his
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
She's like, this is like the third or fourth girl to be like, I slept with your boyfriend. She's understandably upset.
Yeah.
James is really drunk and spirals.
Uh-huh.
And in the back of Sir, iconic,
Iconic.
he ends up body shaming Katie.
Whoa, okay. That's not cool.
No. Yeah, Katie has put on a couple pounds. She's married. And
Yeah, so?
and she says in a confessional, she's like, I'm really happy with my body right now.
Good.
And she's hot. She's so hot.
Yeah.
Just so this prompts Katie to give Lisa an ultimatum. I'll work here and he won't, or I'll leave. Lisa does go through with firing James because she's like, I can't have you bully these women.
Yeah.
And I have to stand with the women.
Yeah.
What's really funny about James being fired, though, is he's fired while they're like interviewing TomTom employees. Lisa asks James to come in. Lisa takes James to a different table and is like, you can't work at Sir anymore. And he throws like a temper tantrum
Nice.
and walks out. And the Toms are like, yo, are you okay? He's like, fuck everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe try not being such a dick.
Right? Yeah.
It's remarkably easy to not be an asshole,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It costs you $0.
right? It costs you nothing to be kind. If you
Right.
think something mean, it doesn't have to come out of your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just swallow that thought and move on.
There's that lovely saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
And that
what
is
a concept.
the reason I don't say a lot of things.
Hey, it works. We all have our private thoughts, but your actions are what matter.
Right, yeah. So because James is fired, this means that his See You Next Tuesday night
Is over.
a lot of the Sir staff is really disappointed about that because bringing in a lot of money and a lot of tips.
Right.
So they're sad about it.
Yeah.
Also, Jax got hired back.
No.
Yeah. He has a wedding to pay for.
Oh, God.
So-
Well, Lisa's grieving, too.
Yeah.
Also not making great decisions.
Yeah. Jax is hired back, and during this meeting with all of the staff, Jax is like, well, he's done so many things, like, and he got fired. Like, he deserves to be fired because he did so many things. And Lisa's like, Jax, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You've done just as much.
You're the one to talk. Jesus.
May I remind you, he had sex with another girl in her restaurant.
Ew.
Yeah.
Where's the health inspector?
Truly, who knows?
Having Coke in the bathroom.
Yeah, probably.
Do you have Coke? do you take Coke?
Right? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to Coke. Nobody do Coke. Anyway.
Yeah, don't do Coke. Now we get to birthdays.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Everything always goes well on people's birthdays.
Yeah. Well, it's Stassi and Ariana's joint birthday.
Oh.
Everything goes pretty well, except Stassi ends up freaking out on Beau.
How many birthdays in a row has she freaked out now?
Every year.
Every year? Yeah.
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 She's like mad that he still wants to party at 2 a.m.
All right. Cool.
At another event, Stassi's mom is there.
Okay.
And Stassi's mom, Dana,
Mm-hmm.
says some horrible shit about Stassi.
Oh, shit. No
She's
wonder
like-
she's so insecure.
Right? She's like, Beau, you're like way up here and Stassi's way down here. And she needs to like
Yikes.
not be herself around you so that she can keep you.
Wow. Okay. So many things are starting to make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Her own daughter. I guess you can't come from too healthy a background to be on one of these shows.
Yeah, no. Katie decided she wants to start a girls' night in
Okay.
on James's Tuesday
Okay.
to help like replace
okay.
that, bring in money,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Sure.
So Katie brings in Brittany, Sheena, Ariana, Stassi, and Lala to help organize girls' night. It comes together pretty quick. She didn't have a lot of time to like make it happen.
Mm.
Flyers get sent out, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. And people start tagging Billy Lee. And are like, hey, why aren't you involved in this? Like, you work here.
Uh-huh.
And Billy is like, I don't know.
Wait, were all of is Ariana involved in this too?
Mhm.
So all the women except Billy Lee.
Mm-hmm.
That's not okay.
So Billy Lee tweets something out like, I hate still being excluded from girls' events
Yeah.
because of being trans.
Yeah.
Hashtag trans is beautiful, which is a
Yeah.
really popular hashtag.
Yeah, trans women are women.
Yeah. So Billy Lee also starts liking some tweets about Katie being transphobic.
Yeah, it's kind of seeming that way.
Yeah. So at the first girls' night, they kind of butt heads because it's Billy's night working there, but she's not part of girls' night. Billy Lee confronts her and is like, Katie, like, I've been, I wasn't allowed to go to girls' things when I was young because I was a boy. Like,
Uh-huh.
I was raised as a boy, all of that, but I'm a girl.
Yeah, people thought I was a boy.
Yeah. I would like to be invited to these things.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Ariana said she would invite her, but, I mean, it's Katie's thing.
Right. No, this is on Katie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's
And Katie is like, well, it's not that you're not invited. I mean, you work here, you're part of it.
Mhm.
I didn't call you when I started organizing it. Billy is like, why not? Like, I work here.
yeah, I'm a woman who works here.
Yeah. Katie is mad at Billy because Katie's like, you tweeted that I was transphobic. And Billy is like, I didn't tweet that you were transphobic. I said trans is beautiful because it is.
Yeah.
And I liked tweets that called you transphobic because I was agreeing with the sentiment that they were saying. So that's the point of contention.
But Billy Lee's still not involved in girls' night.
Yeah, like she didn't help plan it or nothing. All of the girls that are dressed in like silk pajamas and stuff. They're all like wearing special outfits.
Yeah. God. Yeah, that does seem pretty transphobic, Katie.
Yeah. I do have to mention, so Billy Lee says like, this is cis privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Katie goes up to Lala. And Lala's like, what's happening? And Katie is like, she's calling me transphobic and says that we have cis privilege. And Lala goes, cis privilege? What is that? What the fuck is even that? And in a confessional, Lala is like, I don't know what cis privilege means, but I know if Billy Lee says it, then it's fucked up.
Okay, Lala.
We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Remember how I was in her corner 2 seasons ago?
Yeah.
I've backed so far out of that
yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect these people who weren't good to Faith to be great to Billy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not even great to themselves.
No. Yeah.
And clearly have not been exposed to much diversity.
Even though they're like in West Hollywood.
Yeah,
Like-
but look at the circles they run in.
Oh, yeah.
People who
Yeah.
look identical to them.
Oh, yeah.
That's so boring.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of my friends are white too, but not all of them.
No. Yeah.
It's more a matter of the population ratios
that we live
here.
in. Yeah. So because of that, Billy Lee and Lala have a fight at Sheena's housewarming. Sheena moves from West Hollywood to Marina Del Rey. Billy is like, "You're not better than me, Lala. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. I've been through way worse."
Yeah. Imagine being a cis white 22-year-old woman thinking you have it worse
Oh, God.
than a trans woman.
No.
God, no.
Uh-uh.
To have your head so far up your own ass.
Right.
It's going to need a surgeon to get that shit out.
Yeah. And, I mean, what you're going through is valid and important.
Yes.
However,
We all have our own struggles and
Yeah.
things. And I know some people who bristle when their like whole demographic is called privilege because they had a very rough life themselves. Your struggle is valid. You may not have had privilege yourself in your own life, but there's a difference in how you're treated
oh, absolutely.
and the opportunities that are presented to you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that doesn't mean the red carpet was rolled out for you.
No, I'm white. We were poor, but I still had way more opportunities than anybody my same demographic of color.
Yeah.
I have a Mexican heritage. I do not look Mexican. That is a privilege. Like,
You get the unconscious bias benefits
yeah,
that come from having a lighter skin tone.
exactly.
Yeah.
And being cis,
And
too.
being cis.
Like,
Absolutely. Yeah. And like
triple privilege, baby.
but yeah, it's a complicated issue, but basically just remember that certain inherent biases come with different demographics.
Yeah.
And what your struggles are valid, but just the same struggles had by somebody in a different demographic than you could lead to fewer opportunities for them. And
Yeah.
it's just hard.
Yeah.
And I think Lala's had plenty of opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she probably had a great childhood because of the way that she is,
Yeah.
but she's doing just fine. Opportunity, finance, attractiveness.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's an attractive person. That's also a privilege.
2 seasons ago, the girls were going on a trip, and Lala was like, you guys could leave later and like be able to go to this thing if you take a private jet, and I have access to a private jet, so we could go on my private jet.
Uh-huh.
And Katie is like, I'll fly with the rest of the world. And Lala is like, dude, how have you never been? You're pretty and you have tits. How have you not been on a private jet?
See, that's
Like, yeah.
No, Lala, your struggles can't compare to Billy Lee's.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And you can say, I can say, my struggles have been hard.
Yeah.
But, yours have also been very difficult as well.
Exactly. It's like, it's not a competition.
Yeah, no.
And too many people treat pain as a competition.
Trauma competition.
Yeah, very healthy.
Yeah.
All
So,
right. Anyway, now that we've had that discussion.
Yeah. So Lala takes the girls on a wine trip to Solvang.
Does the girls include Billy Lee this time?
Hell no.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah. She does this despite the fact that, so she had this, her and Rand, got wasted at Disneyland.
Okay.
And they had a really bad time. So they were like, we're never drinking again. They made a sober pact.
Uh-huh.
So,
That lasts not very long.
yeah. I mean, she stays sober on this trip, though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, during this girls' trip, the boys have a boys' night at the Mondrian, which James is invited to. James is also staying sober. Sandoval is really nice and, includes him in stuff, even though he's not drinking. Peter is there. Peter is single. Oh, fuck. I didn't do my regular. I didn't show you a picture of how Peter looks this season.
Did he grow back his facial hair?
He did. He grew back his facial hair and he's got the short cut again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Peter's looking like Peter again.
Excellent.
Sandoval becomes Peter's wingman, and they end up bringing 3 girls up to the room that they rented.
Okay.
This makes Jax and Bo really uncomfortable.
Okay.
So they call Stassi and Brittany, and they're like, hey, we just want to let you know this is happening. We're really uncomfortable about it. Brittany is like, so you're saying there's hoes at the hotel? And Stassi is like, give them the phone, and I'll tell them to leave. And they're like, no, we don't want to ruin it for anybody. We just want to, like, let you know we're really uncomfortable. And it's like, you guys live in this city. You could leave.
Yeah.
So Tom Tom has had a soft opening, but it's going to have its big opening pretty soon.
Right. Grand opening.
Yes. Lisa tells the Toms, go blow, like, go
blow.
Go blow. Go blow each other. No.
And get a picture of it. Hang on the wall.
Yes. No, she's like, go blow off some steam, go on a vacation, because the next year of your life is going to be hell.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah.
I come from a family of small business owners. You aren't doing shit once you own a business. That is your entire life. Because if it fails, you fail. There's no safety net. There's no just getting another job.
Yeah.
You go down with that ship.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So they decide to organize a trip to Puerto Vallarta.
Nice.
They invite James.
Okay.
Both Toms invite James. Katie is pissed about this and blames Sandoval. Because Schwartz is like, yeah, it was all Tom Sandoval.
Schwartz, you spineless son of a bitch.
Yeah. In the words of Lisa Vanderpump, a big pussy wussy.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So he gets uninvited from the Puerto Vallarta trip.
Okay, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Right before they go to Puerto Vallarta, Billy has been having brunch with Billy at Sir. Oh. So it's like an event like Girls' Night or See You Next Tuesday.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's just Billy and it's brunch with Billy.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it's very nice and sweet.
Yeah. I mean, fuck all the people who aren't including her.
Right, yeah.
Just do your own thing, Billy. Fuck 'em.
Exactly. So at a brunch with Billy, Lala shows up. James is also there for some reason.
Cool.
So Lala completely blows up at James, Raquel, and Billy.
Okay.
During this. And I don't remember why this fight happens, but she just goes off and she starts like putting her long ass nails in people's faces and is like, do you want to get popped? Like threatening to fight them and all of this shit.
Classy.
Yeah.
Class act.
So yeah, that's fun.
God damn it.
At a kind of like trial run night at Tom Tom, Lisa pulls Lala aside and is like, hey, I heard you had a confrontation with Billy at her brunch. What's that about? And Lala's like, I think I conducted myself really well that day. Like, I wasn't fighting anybody. We were having a bit of an argument, but like there was nothing. No. Lisa's like, you're fucking lying to me.
Yeah.
She's like, I've heard so many different accounts, so I'm not sure what to do. And, Sheena, come over here. So she brings Sheena. And Sheena is like, I can't lie to my boss.
Yeah.
So Sheena tells the truth. And is like, I'm
not going down with you, Lala.
Yeah, exactly. She's
Fuck
like,
you.
It was a bit much. And Lala is like, are you fucking kidding me? You don't have my back on this?
No, God,
like,
no.
Yeah, fuck
'Cause
you,
you're
dude.
insane.
Right? Yeah.
Ugh.
And she's all like, oh, it's grief. I'm sad because of my dad.
You were unhinged before this, though.
Exactly.
So, nope, not taking that excuse.
Yeah.
Because what did I do when my mom died? Not that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not fucking that. So, does Lala get in trouble?
I don't think so.
Okay, Lisa, you're way too lenient on Lala.
Seriously.
Who does she remind you of that you feel so protective of her?
Right. Well, and protecting a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
Like, she's protecting Jax. She protects Katie a lot. She also, despite the fact that she fired James, she does reach out to him quite a bit and asks how he's doing and stuff. And we learn that James is supporting both of his parents who are separated financially.
Whoa.
Yeah, at 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot. See, what gets me about these shows, it's like the epitome of you never know what people are going through.
Right, yeah.
Because it's so easy to judge them all for being horrible people.
Oh, yeah.
And then Stassi's mom comes in and, like, verbally abuses her flat out. James is over there being a see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yet he's supporting both of his parents financially. It's like, it's so easy to just blanket hate on these
Oh, yeah.
people, but they're severely damaged,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is why they're here in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
Jax is a sociopath, though.
Jax is a sociopath. I mean, they also, like, they don't handle themselves well. James and
No.
Lala do not handle themselves well.
No.
Jax sure as fuck doesn't. Stassi sure as fuck doesn't.
No. So your damage doesn't give you permission to be a dick.
It's understandable, but it's not a. It's
It
not
doesn't
a reason
excuse
to
it.
do it. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
excuse it.
Understandable does not equal excuse.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Lisa's takes in little broken baby birds.
She does. She recognizes her own.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Psychoanalyzing people with
Yeah.
Taylor.
armchair psychiatry. with
Yeah,
Taylor.
I'm totally qualified. I'm not. Don't listen to me. I've studied a lot of psychology, but I don't have any qualifications.
Yeah. So Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta.
Everyone has a pretty good time, but Ariana pulls Lala aside and is like, hey, I know you're going through a lot, but like the way that you take your anger out on people isn't okay.
Yeah, correct.
And Lala is like, well, why wouldn't you be mad? Ariana's like, you can't do certain things, dude.
Yeah.
So Ariana is like, when my dad died a couple years ago,
Uh-huh.
that was the year that Kristen was constantly accusing me of sleeping with her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And we're shown a clip of that. We're shown a clip of Kristen being like, this slut's fucking my boyfriend.
Right.
And like being really rude to Ariana.
Yeah.
And Ariana just doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And Lala is like, well, why wouldn't you be upset? And she was like, it just like, it wasn't the time. And like, that's a bigger thing to me than all of this drama. So
Yeah.
I'm going to focus my energy there.
Yeah. No matter what you're going through, it doesn't give you the excuse to treat other people like shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like you might be angry sometimes, but that doesn't excuse you from being a person.
Yeah.
As somebody who has grieved a close loss, I feel I am qualified to
Yes.
make this statement.
Yes.
Anywho, trying not to spiral into too many more psychological tangents.
Yeah.
I've had a few today.
It happens.
These people are just fascinating.
Yes.
In all the wrong ways. Anyway.
So Lala in Puerto Vallarta has an alcohol-induced panic attack because she drinks a bunch, but she hasn't been drinking.
Right.
So she
So
has
her
a panic
tolerance
attack.
is lower. Yeah.
This kind of proves to Lala like she just needs to quit drinking altogether.
Yeah.
Not a break, just completely.
Just completely. Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, Lala.
So when everybody gets back from Puerto Vallarta,
Mm-hmm.
Sheena is tasked with the horrible thing of telling Billy Lee that she's not invited to Jax and Brittany's engagement party because of her association with James.
Well, let's just exclude Billy Lee from everything.
Yeah. Why not? Someone's
Yeah.
got to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, heaven forbid.
Billy Lee is like, okay, so I'm not invited. Cool. Bye.
Yeah.
And leaves and goes and does her job.
Okay.
So.
I mean, yeah, I hope she's at the point like, fuck these guys.
Oh,
I'm just going to do my own thing.
Yeah. So, and then we see Stassi get an exorcism by a witch.
Wow, that just came out of left. Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So Katie takes Stassi to this witch,
Okay.
and the witch exorcises the demons that are in Stassi that like attack Bo when she's insecure about their relationship.
Did they look like her mother?
Probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So that's on film.
That's on film.
Yep.
I'm gonna need a clip of that.
Okay, I'll find that for you.
Thank you. We will link it in the description
Yes,
as well for
yeah.
anybody who wants to see this abruptly take a turn
Yeah.
into Exorcismville.
Yeah. I mean, last season, Katie walked them through a spell to hurt Jax for hurting Brittany.
Why didn't we talk about that?
We did a little bit. It was that like Kentucky themed party that they had for Brittany.
That was Kentucky themed.
Yeah. Well, they like had beer cheese
And did a spell.
yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they like wrote Jax's name on a piece of paper and then they put it in a lemon and then they took a nail and like
Stabbed it.
stabbed the nail like as hard as she could and then they buried it
Okay.
And as the lemon decomposed, the lover's like heart will shrivel or some shit. I don't remember.
His heart's already 3 sizes too
I
small.
know. Yeah.
Well, shit. Okay. Well, any witchy inclined listeners out there, let us know if that spell
Does anything.
does anything.
Yeah.
Because what the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Katie, Kristen, and Stassi have been calling themselves the Witches of Weehoo
Okay.
for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah.
This makes me sad because I love witchy stuff, and I don't like
Any of them.
any of them.
Yeah. So that's fun.
All right.
So we're gonna shift over to Sheena. So one thing I forgot to tell you. So Sheena's pretty much just been hanging out with Adam. They're best friends
Okay.
this whole time. At Sheena's housewarming party, she tells some of the girls that they hooked up.
Okay.
That, of course, gets around. And we see a discussion between Sheena and Adam, and they're like, yeah, we're not boyfriend-girlfriend. And Sheena is like, but I would be mad if you went out with another girl. And Adam is like, yeah, well, I'd be, like, I don't mind you going on a date or anything, but wouldn't be fun. But we're not together.
Okay, yeah. Fuck buddies is a complicated place to be.
Yeah.
I understand Sheena not wanting to rush into calling something a relationship after her divorce and then break up with Rob.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable to me. But yeah, fuck buddies is a complicated place to be.
Yeah. So in order to kind of piss off Adam and make him jealous,
Oh, okay.
she goes on a date with this other guy
Uh-huh.
who, like, wanted to make her dinner.
Okay.
Adam is mad at this.
Sure.
And they take a party bus up to Jax and Brittany's engagement party.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really weird and, like, tense between them. They don't talk.
Okay.
But eventually Sheena pulls Adam aside and is like, well, I'm sorry that I made you realize that you had feelings for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably isn't the best way to go about things, Sheena.
No. Sheena also is like, do you love me? Do you
Whoa.
love me?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Adam is
There's
like,
a
no.
space between platonic and romantic love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's wild.
All right.
Adam is like, no, I don't love you.
Yeah.
And she's like, you don't love me?
Okay.
Sheena
might need some counseling after her recent breakups.
Yes. Eventually they break.
Uh-huh.
And Sheena's left crying by herself.
Uh-huh.
Katie comes up and is like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? So Katie comforts her, and Sheena pulls out a piece of paper and unfolds it. Mm-hmm. And Katie is like, oh my God, does he know about this? And Sheena's like, shakes her head. She's like, no. And
She's pregnant.
No.
No?
No. She bought him a penguin.
What?
She's like sponsoring a penguin at the zoo for him, like in his name.
Okay. I did not see. This season's taken some left turns.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, how can you stay mad at a woman who's brought you a penguin?
A fucking penguin,
Yeah.
dude. It's so funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that happened. And then they never talk to each other again.
Ah.
Sheena like cuddles up with Brittany's grandma who's there, who we call Meemaw.
Oh, Meemaw.
Meemaw's like, you're not going home with anybody tonight. You're going home with me. And Meemaw's
Aw.
like, I don't want to go home with any man. I want to go home with you, Meemaw.
Aw.
And she's got like a bottle of lavender essential oils that she's like sniffing to like calm herself down, and she's just fucking crying.
Aw.
And Jax is like, I can't believe Sheena made my engagement party about her.
Jax, fuck off.
So ridiculous. Jax has been saying some of this worse shit. They're going to marriage counseling.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't take responsibility for making Brittany feel like shit.
No.
And
Heaven forbid.
at a dinner with all of the male family members of Brittany's,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, I love Brittany, but I gotta look out for number one, and that's this guy. He says that to her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That. Nope. Brittany, run. Brittany.
It's a yikes.
Brittany, run.
Yeah. So because of that,
Mm-hmm.
we see a moment between Brittany's dad and Stassi. And Brittany's dad is like, you know, I really want to believe he's changed. Jax has been saying he's changed.
He says a lot of things.
He's like, my dad died. I changed. I know what's important now.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Stassi is like, you know, I understand your hesitance, but we got to give him a chance.
I think he's been showing
That he hasn't.
that he hasn't this whole time.
Oh, no.
But, you know, they're all adults.
Yeah. And I think, like I said last season and episode, Jax says at every fucking reunion, I'm a work in progress. Yeah.
No. Actions speak louder than words.
Yes.
Do shit.
Exactly. And everybody learns. You should never stop learning.
No.
And growing.
Yeah.
But
he can't be perfect.
but you know what?
You can try to be better.
Yeah.
And he does not.
Yeah. You cannot yell at your fiance.
Yeah. There's a lot you can do to improve yourself.
You cannot cheat on your fiance.
You cannot be a sociopath.
Yeah.
No. Everybody is a work in progress. He's just saying that as an excuse to keep being shit, though. And that's very different.
It's kind of like how James Charles keeps saying that he's young.
Yeah. It's like, you're older now. You should have learned.
Exactly. It's fun.
Yeah.
That's the season.
Okay.
Tom Tom's open.
I hope Brittany gets Jax's assets during their inevitable divorce.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Who do you want to get the assets in Katie and Schwartz's divorce?
They had a prenup.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for Schwartz.
Why do you feel bad for Schwartz?
He's married to Katie.
That's fair.
And she's mean to him.
But also, she's married to him, dude.
I mean, yeah, but also she's shouted a lot of abuse at him. He just kind of seems like a sweet idiot from what I've heard of him.
Don't forget that he blamed Sandoval for inviting James.
Okay, yeah, he's also an idiot.
Yes. Also, during the first day of the Puerto Vallarta trip, it's not even the first day. Like, they just get into the hotel.
Uh-huh.
And Schwartz yells at Katie that he hates the sound of her voice.
Okay. All right, so I'm missing some information.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Schwartz does a very good job of being the lovable oaf.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Did I mention he dropped out of pre-med?
Nope.
He was, like, on track to be a doctor.
I'm glad he's not. Not everybody should be doctors.
No. Thank you, though, for being a doctor and being a nurse, because there's no way in hell I'm doing it.
Right? We appreciate those who are.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Shout out to our patron, Emma. Because we do a Patreon shout out, and we have one patron.
Yep. I just sent out her little reward.
Yeah.
Yes. The other day.
Yep, you did a story on Instagram.
I did.
That was
Yeah.
cute. Well, we'll be back next week with more claim to fame. Check us out on our socials, Instagram, TikTok. All of those are at Much Ado Some Shit.
Yep.
Our YouTube is Much Ado About Some Shit. We have a Reddit. We have a Discord.
We have a Twitch, too.
We have a Twitch, so maybe we'll stream us watching the room at some point. We might have to check into, do we need to buy rights to the room?
We'll make it work.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.